Hello everyone and welcome back. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to do a restoration or a custom video this week, so I wanted to do what I like to call a mailbox finds video and a general channel update. I do have one ready to go right here that I haven't even started on. Hopefully that'll be out this weekend. Now before I get to all the good stuff, I do want to go over one negative thing, and that happens to involve Patreon. Right here you're looking at December's Patreon giveaway. I have not announced it yet. I need to make that video this week. When I originally started Patreon, I had different tier levels, and I was hesitant about starting Patreon in the first place, but a lot of subscribers suggested I do so. Initially, I had a $1 tier, a $3, $5, and so on, and I believe I had it set up to where you had to be a $3 Patreon to be eligible for the monthly giveaway. Well, Patreon had contacted me and said that was against their rules and regulations and I could not do that. So when all that went down, I decided to eliminate that minimum tier and just make it available to everyone that was one of my patrons. But unfortunately, I've received 3 to 4 emails in the last 24 hours stating that what I'm doing now is against their rules and regulations. So apparently, they don't want any kind of giveaways. And the only reason why the customs or restorations are available on Patreon is just the cost involved. Let's take the Nomad last week for example. Now the owner of that particular casting sent me the casting. I did not charge him anything to do the restoration, and you could tell it was fairly involved, but he did have to buy the supplies. He had to buy the paint, which was $7 or $8. He had to buy the windshield, which was like $7.95. He had to buy the wheels, which were $7. So let's say $22 plus shipping from the Redline shop, which I believe was another $7. That's $29. Then he had to ship it to me, which was $4, and I shipped it back. I didn't charge him anything to ship it. So you add that all up, well over $30, and I didn't charge anything for my time. So I get a lot of comments and a lot of emails, can you do this and do that for me? I would love to do that, but the cost most of the time outweighs the value of the car. 99.9% of the time it does. You don't do this to make a profit, you do this for the love of the hobby. Now that's for a Redline. Now let's take the tanker for example. This one's certainly not a Redline, but I did paint it with Spectraflame paint. If I didn't have this paint, $7 a bottle, there's $14. If I didn't have the casting, which I did have to buy the paint, but I didn't have to buy the casting, it was free. But if I had to, $5 to $10, so let's say $10, there's $24, and then I have to ship it out, which is another $4. It gets expensive really fast. Plus I made the stickers on my own. If I had to buy those, another $5. So really the only reason why the Patreon exists is to kind of cover some of the cost, only a small portion. And if you watch the original Patreon video, you may recall that I had a lot of reservations about even joining from the beginning. But I had a lot of subscribers suggested, so that's what I went ahead and did. And actually somebody had suggested the giveaway idea, but other folks just wanted to support the channel, and I really appreciate that. Now with that, I did have some negative as well. I had some comments, I'm unsubscribing because you're not doing a giveaway, I have to do it through Patreon. Which I do understand, and again, hopefully this clears it up a bit. And I've done several giveaways outside of Patreon. I think the last one was a few months ago with that drill. So after that long drawn out explanation that I've given, the main point is I'm unable to actually do giveaways through Patreon now, unless I give one to every patron, which I can't afford to do. So unfortunately, the tanker is going to be the last Patreon giveaway. Not the last giveaway, just the last one through Patreon. So if you join Patreon based off the fact that you were eligible for a giveaway, and that's the only reason why you join, I apologize. I'm not going to hold anything against you if you stop supporting the channel through Patreon. And hopefully I can find some way to make it up to you. I wanted to be upfront about this. I can even show you the emails if you'd like to see them. Shoot me an email, WheelsNThangs@gmail.com. I could forward you the actual email. Now before we get to the mailbox finds, the really good stuff of the video, we're going to do a quick update. I apologize in advance if you don't like update videos, but that's kind of all I got for you today. You'll see back here the Sweet 16. That is going to be the next restoration / custom videos. So approximately 16 weeks of that is what's coming up next. So if you don't like those, in 16 weeks we'll have something different. Now I will sprinkle some other videos in here and there but for the most part it's going to be dedicated to the Sweet 16. And I actually posted a picture of Instagram of our next restoration. So if you are on Instagram and you haven't checked out the channel yet, it's WheelsNThangs. I typically post a picture of the next custom or restoration before it even comes out on YouTube, so check that out. Now, one thing you may not notice, or maybe you will, is I actually changed the bench a little bit. I'm actually on the opposite side of where I did the restorations before. There's better lighting over here, so I don't have to use my softboxes as much, which kind of get in the way. This is the reloading bench. It's a lot bigger. I can have that toolbox to the left-hand side of me where I can just reach in there, grab some paints, a lot more room. I can still do all the reloading from this bench very easily, and on the other bench I actually have the 3D printer and just some of the reloading supplies. So this makes a lot more sense, and it'll be easier for me to film, hopefully. Now, some of you have noticed already, maybe not all of you, but I've had comments about it, is I actually changed the channel name. It's just WNT now. It's still WheelsNThangs, it's just abbreviated. The reason why I did it is WheelsNThangs sounds kind of corny. I'm not very creative with making up names at all, so that was what I came up with at the time, and I figured WNT sounds a little bit more professional. I don't know. And that's really it for the updates. Hopefully that was short and somewhat painless. Now for the good stuff, the mailbox finds. Now keep in mind these are not all Hot Wheels related. Now about a month ago I had that video, what are your other hobbies? And the response from that was phenomenal. There was a ton of interaction. I could not believe it. I think there was roughly 450 comments, and I know I read every one of them. Hopefully I responded to every one of them. I love reading everybody's other hobbies. A lot of us are so similar and a lot of us are so different, but it was really cool just hearing some of the hobbies out there. Some of these hobbies I'd never even heard of. It was very interesting, but I found that a lot of them I'm interested in as well. Even though they may not be a hobby, it was just interesting, and it's some things that I do watch on YouTube. Like many of you, there's things I watch on YouTube that I really have no interest in doing. I just like to watch it. I really enjoyed that video. I would like to sprinkle more of that kind of content within the channel, more interaction, so we all go back and forth. And I really love that video because not only did you possibly learn something about me, but I got to learn a little bit about a lot of you, which is awesome. Now you may recall that one of my hobbies was collecting safety razors. I actually used them. So I had Shane with Stolen Customs send me an email out of the blue. He said, hey, I've got this old Gillette razor. I didn't know what to do with it, but now I know what to do with it. And he sent it for free. I mean, I'm talking shipping, absolutely didn't charge me anything. Just say, hey, I want you to have this. I enjoy your content. He also sent a very nice letter, which I'm not going to read online, but beautiful letter. And here's the razor. This is a Gillette Fat Boy in the original case, and it's got a set of blades. This is one of my favorite razors. I actually have two other Fat Boys. I love these razors, and I've got one more to add to the collection. Not only did he send the razors, but he sent a couple of cars that I haven't opened yet. My grandson is at his dad's this weekend, and these are for my grandson, per his letter, and I wanted him to open them, but I wanted to get this done today, so we're going to open them. This is Monday. He actually didn't have school today, so he'll be back tomorrow. So we've got a right here. He'll love that. He loves orange. He loves all colors. What am I saying? There should be another one in here. He wrapped them really well. Oh, okay. Yeah, he's going to love this. He loves trucks. Any kind of truck. If I could get my camera to focus. I've got on autofocus, which I shouldn't do. Oh, actually, I think there's more in here. I thought he said 2 cars, and I guess I need to reread that. Oh, wow. A couple NASCAR, well, one NASCAR. I assume the other one's a NASCAR as well. Oh, yeah. That is awesome. Guess I better reread this letter. Oh, yeah. It does say 2 NASCARs. Guess we need to learn how to read. 2 NASCARs and a couple of cars my grandson will enjoy. Those are mine. Those are his. Now the next mailbox find wasn't free, but the price was pretty much free. So you may recall I had one of those auto strop razors that I did not have the razors for yet. We've got another one right here with original razors. Now this is a different style than what I have. I do have blades for that one. Now I haven't tried it yet, but in the original box. And then we have another one which has got the original packaging as well, and the strop. So the strop is in here. And this box is in excellent condition. Look at that. If you're not into razors, this is not going to mean much to you, but that is awesome. Again, these weren't free, but the price he sold them to me for was might as well have been free. We got another Gillette. In the original box. Very nice. And these were sent to me by James. And the last one. This again was a donation. This was sent to me by Chris R. He has a YouTube channel, but no content. It's Car 1956. Chris had gotten a hold of me via email, said, hey, I've got these cars. Do you want them? I'll ship them to you. And he did. This is a 11-pound box, and it cost Chris $18 to ship. He just shipped it out of the goodness of his heart. $18. Basically, you're giving $18 of shipping plus a boatload of cars to somebody you really don't even know. That's just amazing. The razors are amazing. People are just amazing. There's a lot of good people out there, and it's very humbling. So these are not Hot Wheels, but these are die cast, and we're gonna just give you kind of a preview. I mean, there's many of them, and I'll probably do some giveaways for some of these. Chris wasn't really concerned about what happened with them. I mean, obviously he doesn't want them destroyed or anything like that, but he just wanted to donate them. He had no use for them, so we will do some giveaways. This one is pretty awesome. It's got an opening hood, doors, tailgate. Now this one will probably go to my grandson because he loves opening doors and all that fun stuff. And a lot of these are what they call Days Gone. So they're not Hot Wheels, but they're pretty cool cars. It's an 11-pound box. I'm gonna have to clean off some area to. I opened the box, but I didn't really look at them. Oh, that's cool. Zoo bus. Little guy would probably like that one too. And this one. Little Hummer. Yeah, he'll definitely like that one. Tractor. These are really heavy. I mean, again, it's an 11-pound box. I mean, there's a lot of cars, but wow. This one is really heavy. I'm sure that thing weighs a pound. It's almost like this whole back end is lead. Even got the original certificates, all nice and packaged up. Another tractor. I like this one. I might keep that one for myself. I like that one too. Hopefully the trailer is in there. That's that would make a very nice complement another car very nicely. And here is the trailer. Maybe we could 3D print a flatbed. Sounds like a good idea to me. Which the 3D printer I have not, haven't really messed with that much. Haven't printed anything Hot Wheels related, just all other things. This is another heavy one. These are super heavy. You would not want to get, now these ones aren't as heavy, but those other ones you definitely don't want to get hit in the head with those. This one is a very heavy as well. I like that one. Ooh, I like this one. Sounds like a little kid. Another really heavy one right here. These are all the, yeah, I think Days Gone. Oh, this is an Erdl. Actually, those other two are Erdls as well. This has got something on the bottom, little feet. Not sure what that's about, but Kodak, that's pretty sweet. That's another really heavy one. Kind of like Matchbox era, looks like. I may have to take the wheels off a few of these for customs. Hopefully he's okay with that. I think these would look pretty cool. Holy, this one is, jeez. It's another Erdl? Yeah, it's another Erdl. That one is probably heavier than the others. This one's heavy. All the Erdl ones seem to be very heavy. Days Gone, I think, wasn't there another one of that? Some of these would be pretty cool for like a larger train scale or train display. I don't know anything about train scales, so I know some of these are obviously too big unless you've got huge trains, but maybe some of the smaller ones, especially with like the horse and trailer buggy. Another super heavy one. Is this another Erdl? No, it's a Hallmark. That one too. Another Pepsi, different style Pepsi. I'm gonna have to start putting some of these back in here. I'm running out of room. And then the last one. 11-pound box. Got them all back in there. I almost forgot to mention the actual Firebird, the purple Firebird that's hidden behind this big box right now on the rotating display stand. That was actually somewhat of a donation as well. It's been 3 or 4 months ago. I believe, I apologize in advance, my emails have gotten lost, some of them, but it was either Alex or Alan. He had sent me that just for shipping charges, which I think he charged me like $6. So I consider that pretty much a donation for a Hot Wheels Redline. I appreciate that again, and if I messed up your name, I apologize. I get a lot of emails. If you are interested in getting a hold of me, if you've got some cars you want to send, you can email me at WheelsNThangs@gmail.com. It's on my About page on YouTube. I also ended up purchasing a P.O. box to make it a little bit easier. That's listed on the About page as well, because I do get a lot of things sent to me, not just Hot Wheels related, but just other odds and ends. So if you are interested in that and you want to email me, go ahead, or you can just send it. It'll go right to the P.O. box, and I'll stop there once every couple weeks and check that out. I'm not really looking for any donations. We have a ton of cars here. We've got a ton right here. I've got a ton to still restore. We've got the Hot Wheels Sweet 16. I've got a load of Matchbox and a load of other Hot Wheels that are older, black walls, that kind of thing. I've got enough cars to probably last me 2 years if I did a video every week easily. Very easily, actually. So I'm not looking for any, but if you don't want them, that's fine. I mean, some of them may get given away on giveaways. They may go to my grandson. Keep that in mind. Last thing I wanted to bring up is I get a lot of viewers that either email me or comment about doing a restoration or custom for them. And I really don't do commission work. It's just, it's too risky for me. If I mess up the casting, or anything like that. It's not worth it. And also the cost, like I mentioned earlier, the cost of materials, it's so high. If again, if you're shipping the car both ways, it's $8 by itself. It's $3.95. So there's $8 before you get any kind of paint, any wheel swaps. So if you did a wheel swap, there's, custom wheels, $5 to $10, whatever they may be. You're just really outweighing the cost, and that's no labor. I can't do them all for free, but even a small, if you charge $20, which, trust me, the labor involved in some of these is worth a lot more than $20. If you are making less at doing this than you are at your normal job, then it doesn't make financial sense. Hopefully that makes sense. So that's the reason why I don't do the commission work. It just, I don't feel that it's right. I would not feel comfortable charging somebody $60 for a Hot Wheel that's really not worth $60, maybe worth $10. If you're looking for some really good custom work, I wouldn't come to me. Now, I think that I do an okay job at the restorations, especially lately, but the custom, there are guys that will just blow you away. If you go to Instagram and check out some of the things these guys are doing, it's amazing. That is not for me. I'm here to show you what you could do for yourself, basically, for a little bit of money. And if you didn't want to use Spectraflame paint, it would be a lot cheaper. Just kind of showing you what you could do. And that's what the channel is about. It's not to show off, oh, look what I can do. It may seem that way sometimes, but it's certainly not that. So hopefully you can appreciate that and understand that, as I appreciate all you. And like I mentioned earlier, don't forget to check out the channel on Instagram. It's just WheelsNThangs. You'll be able to find it really easily. If you like any of the tools that I did not use in this video, check out the Amazon links. Those are Amazon affiliate links. They are located in the description below the video. I use a lot of tools in the videos, and I have links to just about every single one. And if you have any questions or comments, be sure to post those below. I enjoy all the comments, sometimes even the negative ones, but not so much. And as always, thanks for watching.